Have you ever felt that as you get older, your self-worth actually decreases? Wait a minute. What if it were the opposite? What if your poise, your patience, and your presence in life were the most valuable things? This video isn't about being young. It's not about looking perfect. It's about being quietly yourself. Imagine someone sitting next to you. They feel comfortable. They feel heard. They feel safe. Without you realizing it, that's attraction. A quiet attraction. A warm attraction. An attraction that grows with age. Here, we're talking about simple things. About calming silence. About infectious patience. About wisdom born of experience. The little things that make your presence meaningful. Maybe you wouldn't call yourself attractive, but people feel more at ease after talking to you. Maybe you don't try to stand out, but your presence is always remembered. That's no accident. If you've ever felt, do I still matter? This video is for you. Slow, warm, human. A gentle reminder that adulthood is about depth, not loss. Stay here, listen, and feel, because maybe this story is talking about you. Imagine a quiet morning. The sun isn't high yet. The air is still soft. A middle-aged man sits by the window. He's not holding his phone. He's in no hurry. He just watches the light slowly creep in. Maybe that man is you. Many men, as they age, quietly ask themselves, am I still attractive? Do I still have value? Those are normal questions. Very human. But today, we're going to look at things from a different angle. Because true attraction isn't always loud. It often comes quietly. And often, unnoticed. This video is meant to keep you company. Not to judge. Not to compare. But to remind you that middle age holds a unique allure. And today, we'll start with a simple sign. A subtle sign. A sign often taken for granted. Yet, it's incredibly powerful. Before we go any further, if you enjoy calming content, warming stories, and life-affirming messages, please support this channel. Hit like if this story resonates with you, and if you'd like more comforting and meaningful stories to accompany you. Please subscribe. Your small support helps us continue to provide a comfortable space for people around the world. Now, take a deep breath. Let's begin together. First sign. You are comfortable with silence and yourself. There's a big difference between loneliness and silence. Loneliness feels heavy. Loss feels heavy. But silence is breathing space. An attractive middle-aged man is usually at peace with silence. He can sit without feeling awkward. He can walk without showing off. He can be quiet and still feel present. Imagine sitting with someone who doesn't talk constantly, but when he does, his words feel warm. People like that make us want to stay longer, and often. Those people are middle-aged men who don't realize they're attractive. In many places around the world, there's one sight that always calms. A calm lake. The water isn't turbulent, it's not noisy. But it's deep. The lake doesn't need to call anyone. People come naturally. A middle-aged man who's comfortable with himself is like that lake. He doesn't force himself to be liked. He doesn't chase attention. But his presence makes people feel safe. That's genuine attraction. Perhaps in the past, you felt you had to always appear busy to be important. Now, you know that enjoying slow time isn't a sign of laziness, but a sign of understanding life. And yes, sometimes you can smile to yourself, thinking, I used to be so noisy, wasn't it? That's not regret. That's growth. If you don't get restless in silence, don't fear sitting with your own thoughts, don't need to prove anything, then chances are you have inner peace. And inner peace is one of the most valued forms of attraction at any age. Middle age is not the end of attraction. In fact, it's often the beginning of a more genuine attraction. Because now, you're no longer living to perform, you're living to feel. And people sense that. They feel your presence. They feel your sincerity. They feel the calm you bring. Without realizing it, you become someone people want to meet, listen to, appreciate. This is just one sign. There are other signs you may have taken for granted. But that's what makes you different. Next, we'll talk about something that's often taken for granted. But it really determines how you feel in the eyes of others. It's not about a loud voice. It's not about long words. It's about how you present yourself in a conversation. Imagine you're sitting across from someone. They're talking to you. And for the first time, they feel truly heard. That feeling is rare. And incredibly valuable. Sign 2. You listen. Attentionally. An attractive middle-aged man doesn't always do most of the talking. Quite the opposite. He knows when to speak. And he knows when to be quiet and listen. Listening isn't just waiting for his turn to speak. Listening is giving space. Listening is a gift. When you listen quietly, people feel valued. And when someone feels valued, they feel close. In many cultures, there's one role that's always respected. The fireside keeper. He doesn't take center stage. He doesn't shout, but he keeps the fire burning, keeping everyone warm. A middle-aged man who can hear is like the guardian of the campfire. He maintains the atmosphere. He calms. He makes others feel safe to talk. Without realizing it, he becomes a figure who is missed. Perhaps in the past, you felt the need to immediately offer advice. Now, sometimes you just nod slowly and say, "I understand." And strangely, that helps more than 1,000 pieces of advice. Because not everyone needs a solution. Some just need to be heard. If you listen without interrupting, don't rush to judgment. Give others space to speak, then you are demonstrating emotional maturity. And emotional maturity is one of the most powerful attractions in middle age. Listening is a form of presence. And presence is the simplest form of love. In a world full of noise, a person who listens is an oasis. If people feel at ease talking to you, it's no coincidence. It's because you bring a sense of security. And security is always attractive. That's the second sign. There are other signs that emerge from the way you live your life every day. Next, we'll talk about something you can't buy, but it's very noticeable to those around you. It's not about speed. It's not about instant results. It's about how you move with time. Imagine two people waiting for the same thing. One is anxious. The other is calm, without a word. We know who is more comfortable around them. Sign 3. You have patience and a calm pace of life. An attractive middle-aged man doesn't live in a rush. He doesn't race against time. He moves with it. Patience doesn't mean being slow. Patience means knowing when to move and when to stop. People sense that. They feel calmer when they're around someone who isn't in a rush. Imagine a long train ride. The train isn't racing. It's moving steadily. It's strong. And it reaches its destination safely. A middle-aged man who lives at a calm pace is like that train. He doesn't panic when the line slows down. He trusts the journey. And that calm confidence is a form of attraction that doesn't need to be announced. Maybe once, you couldn't wait. Now, you know that some of the best things come when we stop pushing. And when something is late, you just smile and say, "It's okay." That's not giving up. That's maturity. If you don't get angry easily, don't get anxious when you have to wait. Are comfortable living your day at your own pace, then you have a calmness that's contagious. And that calmness makes people want to walk beside you. Time can't be controlled, but how we respond to it can. An attractive middle-aged man doesn't fight age. He's at peace with it. He knows that life isn't about how fast it goes, but how full it is. And that fullness is reflected in how you react when things don't go perfectly. That's the third sign. There are two more signs, which are often the most surprising. Next, we'll discuss the final two signs, the ones that are often the least noticed. But the ones that leave the biggest impression on others. It's not what you have. It's not what you show. It's how you approach life. Imagine someone who, after a conversation with you, goes home feeling lighter. If that ever happens, you likely have a deep attraction. Sign 4. You treat yourself gently. An attractive middle-aged man is not hard on himself. He knows that life has taught him lessons. And he no longer punishes himself for the past. He accepts his flaws without losing his self-esteem. He takes care of himself, not to look good, but to stay healthy and fully present. Imagine a well-maintained old house. It's not new. It's not perfect. But it's warm. People feel comfortable. As soon as they step inside, a man who treats himself gently is like that home. And others will treat you the way you treat yourself. If you forgive yourself, don't strive for perfection, take care of your body and mind with peace, then you radiate a sense of security. And security is always attractive. Sign 5. You treat others with respect and warmth. An attractive middle-aged man doesn't make others feel small. He doesn't condescend. He doesn't dominate. He gives space. He respects differences. And most noticeably, he is genuine. In many places around the world, there are people who are always remembered. Not the richest, not the loudest, but the kindest to others. Such men leave a warm imprint, and warmth never goes out of style. You may not realize that your little smile has made someone's day better, and you may not know that your polite manners are remembered longer than big words. That's true attraction. Let's slowly review these 5 signs. Not to judge ourselves, not to compare, but to realize. True attraction isn't always visible in the mirror. It's visible in the feelings you leave with others. If life with you feels calmer, lighter, and more human, then you're already an attractive middle-aged man. You have nothing to prove. May every step you take forward be filled with serenity, warmth, and contentment. Before this video truly ends, let us invite you to pause for a moment. Inhale slowly, exhale calmly. If you're still here from beginning to end, it's no coincidence. It means there's a part of this story that speaks to your heart. Many people think that, as they get older, life is only about reminiscing about the past. But in reality, adulthood is a time to understand ourselves more tenderly. Today, we're not talking about being perfect. We're not talking about getting younger. We're talking about becoming more human, about serenity, about patience, about a warm presence, about respect for oneself and for others. If you feel, some things in this video are me, then that's something to be grateful for. Because true attraction isn't always seen with the eye, but felt with the heart. Many viewers around the world have different life stories, but one thing is the same. We all want to feel valued, heard, and accepted for who we are. If your presence makes someone else feel calmer, safer, and more comfortable, that's a great gift, and such a gift is not something everyone has. Age isn't about what's lost. Age is about what's deepened. Deeper understanding, deeper wisdom, deeper gratitude. If you smiled a little today because you realized your worth, then this video has served its purpose. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being yourself. If this video felt warm and meaningful, please hit the like button. Share this video with someone you care about. They might need a gentle reminder today. And if you'd like to continue being accompanied by calm, warm, and uplifting stories, please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to leave a comment. Your story means a lot. And turn on the notification bell, so we can meet again at the right time. See you soon. Stay calm. Stay warm. And keep walking with gratitude.